Well, folks, got another opportunity by myself here in the rink. Nothing around. Just one last send off for the boys. I didn't think I was going to do this or have the chance to do it, but we made the broadcast work in state. Just want to take this moment to thank everybody who's had fun with this ride. Thank you to the coaches for doing a wonderful job all season. Thank you to the parents, especially to the moms. You all put a lot of effort into this, making such a great season and a great state tournament experience. This is the last broadcast for a lot of these kids. Been able to tape them for the last handful of years since they were termites up until now. How cool is this? One last send off at state. Thank all the boys for the memories. Hope someday you'll be able to show this to your kids, how much fun you're having playing this game. And what a beautiful game this is. Thank you to all the sponsors: Ryerson Construction, Emerald Level, KLS Construction, Platinum, Dale Schmidt Agency, Stitchworth Meats, Lapeer Shorelines, also Platinum, and our Diamond Level sponsor, Northern Amusement. Been an honor to be able to do this, and I hope you've had as much fun as I have being able to call these kids and watch over them. It's been fun. And thank you for everybody that's tuned in and had fun with us. To all you second years, good luck next year. Going out for the big leagues. Proud of each and every one of you. Again, I just hope someday you watch some of these games back and just realize you have the time of your life. Thank you for everything, to everyone. We got one more year after this, so and thank you, Brody. Some of the best times of my life. Been in these hockey rinks, so thank you all for everything. Go Jacks. Well, folks, we are live. Last time of the season, Consolation Championship against a familiar opponent, the Hermantown Hawks. Fortunately, the boys up north were on the wrong side of the bracket, but we're going to finish strong. Shout out to Shanny. Thank you for watching live in your fish house. Hope you get those walleyes.
Tight lines, tight lines.
Tight lines. One last time with Gavin. Say hello, Gavin.
Hello, everybody. I got those boys and we going to walk. I guess the coaches letting them. I guess the coaches letting them for a little bit.
We get to do this one more time. As always, and what a fun season this has been to be able to call these games with the voice of the North. Dana's as good as it gets when it comes to this. Shout out to our sponsors, Ryerson Construction, Emerald Level, KLS Construction, Stittsworth Meats, Dale Schmidt Agency, Lapeer Shorelines, Platinum Level, and to our Diamond Level sponsor, Northern Amusement. This has been a ride, fellas. We've had some fun. With that being said, I'm going to hand it over to the voice.
Yeah, despite having being on the wrong side of the bracket, it sure has been a fun weekend, I think, for everybody. We had a great time at the hotel, and the organization of this whole trip by the hockey moms is nothing short of fantastic, quite honestly. And so we came down here, had a great time, and we're here to finish her out before we head north to that snowy wonderland back to Bemidji. But before we do that, we got business to attend to. The boys are warming up here and looking pretty good so far. We're wearing the dark jerseys today. Colton White to our right, and we've got Caden Struby along with him should he be needed as a backup goaltender. It's been really great having the Strubies with us along, I should say. Again, great folks, great kid, great to have him along. So going again to the weekend here, again with the now ranking information, it might be a little bit deceiving this time. I got the Hermantown Hawks showing a 35-18-1 record, and by my numbers that puts them at a .657 win percentage, which is a bit low, I think, for the capability of this team. Although they've been a little bit up and down, I think that they're a pretty good team, really, and we're going to have our work cut out for us. I do know that the Hermantown Hawks did have a pretty good player, and I believe can't remember the kid's first name, last name Fox. He was pulled up to the AA team since we played him last, so they might have one of their best players that's out of the lineup, at least for the latter half of the season here. But anyway, in comparison, they got a .657 win percentage. Ours is 800, and we're 28-7-0. So that sets the stage for this one. Hermantown Hawks wearing the light jerseys today, and obviously Bemidji wearing the dark jerseys. And as luck would have it, of course, we got that same injury to Evan Angusether, so he's going to be out again for the final game of the season. And he'll be a cheerleader on the sidelines today.
What a trooper he's been, though.
He wants to play in the hardest way, but can't quite do it. On the bench, we've got Coach Walker, Coach Moran, and Coach Ryerson. Some of the best guys to have up there. And have done a decent job of getting these boys together and on the same page as the season goes on. Not an easy task with this bunch.
Well, thank you to those that traveled through the weather to come watch us play one of these last couple games. And thank you for those that are tuning in. Shout out to my sister. Glad you're tuning in. Love you. This is going to be a fun one, I think.
Looks like we're going to have starting lineups here again. Boys are shedding the helmets. 2 linesmen and a referee again today. I think it's going to be critical for our guys to stay out of the box here again today. Ran into some penalty trouble yesterday and made it a little interesting.
Welcome back for day 3 of the Bantam State Tournament. Today's game is between Bemidji and Hermantown. We will first announce the starting lineups for both teams, and then, if you are able, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Starting with the away team, Bemidji. Playing forward, number 19, Peyton Moran. Number 3, Corbin Ryerson. Number 21, Callum Baird. Number 20, William Bubba Jacobson. Number 14, Brody Roscoe. And in net, number 30, Colton White. Starting lineup for Hermantown. Forward, number 15, Jacob Slava. Number 10, Eric Dice. Number 12, Cameron Otis. Number 13, Cameron Rother. Number 4, Ethan Johnson. And in net, Justin Thomas. Please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, beautiful job by Gary there.
Yep.
Bringing home that national anthem one last time.
Just like a professional.
It's like he's
Not a professional, but just like a professional. Just kidding, Gary.
Oh.
We got fist bumps by the referees down here in front of the cage. You guys are ready to call some penalties, hopefully on the white team. So Coach Walker has decided to go with the Baird line to start. And we'll have our little scrum here before the game, and then we'll line up and get this thing underway. We're already 12 minutes beyond the dot. And so we'll get this thing rolling soon enough. Here comes Will Stitchworth with his signature slide up to the blue line. So 15 minutes on the board. And we should have 3 of those unless we end up with some overtime. I think everybody in this building wants to get on the road. So here comes Baird up to the line. Puck is down, and we're underway with the Consolation Championship in Woodbury, Minnesota for the Bantam B state tournament. Puck goes down into the Hawk zone. The Bemidji controls, come to Roscoe. He takes a shot, stick save. Goes into the wickets of the goaltender, who is, by the way, Jackson Thomas. And he'll hang on to that one. Thomas has got a 2.77 goals against and an 8.59 win percentage, or save percentage rather. Again, Colton White coming in at a 2.11 goals against and a 9.16 save percentage. Again, by the now rankings prior to the weekend. Roscoe's got it up along the point, sends it down to Baird, over for Jacobson. He fires one on goal, booted out of there, down in the corner now. Bemidji control and play here. And Baird's got it, he sends it rink wide for Moran. Moran up to Roscoe, takes a quick shot, goes right on. Loose in front, finally covered up. No, it isn't, it's loose behind. Puck sneaks out of there somehow and comes over to the near wall. Jacobson now, he'll dump it back down in there and make him keep working. Now they try to clear up on the near side, can't get past Roscoe though. He sends one in there, goes wide of the goal, and Ryerson will dig it down in deep. Baird's in there to help out, and it'll squirt over to the near side. And Hermantown will come up and bring it up to the point. Saved by Jacobson. Sends it back down towards the goal. Goes wide right and over to the far side. Bemidji with great sustained pressure here at the start of this game. That one sneaks by Roscoe though, and Jacobson will retreat and pick it up. Right back in here. Stitzworth tips it into the zone. And the Hawks will send it back out. We had Tyken deep in the zone. And as Lapeer fired it in there, that'll be an offside call with 13:25 left in the first period. Scoreless. Tyken again at the dot. And just to the right of Colton will take that face-off, goes down in the corner, back in behind. Hawks control, centered up, shot, goes up off a deflection into the netting behind. It was a good shot. Nobody had him covered. And we almost got one against. So again, we're going to, what are we going to do here? We're going to switch up forwards. Baird comes in. And off the face-off, it's picked up by Willie Stitzworth. He sends it over for Adams. Adams gets it through the skates, but he'll pick it up inside the zone. Drops it for Stitzworth, right in the circle, cuts into the slot. Comes off his stick, though, and her Hawks come the other way. Not for long, though. Comes to, that'd be Westover. They get it back down in deep. Goes in behind the goal. Reversed it around, picked up there by Adams. Gets through him, though. And the Hawks now are going to pick it up and hand it on the far side. Fans and I think coaches wanted a penalty there on maybe Adams, as I think he upended a player right in front of the goal. Now we're going to have a penalty for boarding. It's going to be against Baird. So Baird is going to 2-minute minor for boarding.
But did I put down on the wrong piece?
They call roughing on that, Dana?
He did this, so I think it's a board.
A board? Well, that brings us to our first Northern Amusement penalty
Hey,
kill.
did I put down the correct one or no?
12:31 left in the period. Bemidji will have you shorthanded for the next 2 minutes.
Call that for boarding?
They give him a 10 and 2 for that?
They're going to give him a 2 and 10 maybe for this one, as we got another player in the box. So right out of the gate, we're into some penalty trouble. Hermantown gets the face-off, and it goes in on White. He's able to cover that up.
Eric was calling for boarding.
And he'll hang on. I guess is a little aggressive on the check. And so here we are, killing a penalty. Faceoff goes in behind Jacobson. He'll fire it around the boards all the way up to the line. Still in though. And now it's tipped out of there by Tyken, and he'll give chase with a couple of Hawks. Hawks will retrieve it first though behind their own goal. Now we got a Tyken that fell. I thought for a second he was tripped, but not. And the Hawks will break out through center. Cross the line. Cuts into the high circle. Drop pass. Shot from there. Save. Goes down in the corner. Back up to the circle. Another shot. Deflected over to the side and off the glass. Up to the point. Not out. And it's sent back down in. There comes into the slot. There's Roscoe. He's going to fire it up and out of there. And that'll clear the zone. And they are going to call this one. Oh my goodness. They're going to call that. So it is a boarding and misconduct for Baird. And we'll bring the face-off off that acing down next to the left of Colton again. And so it looks like Peyton Moran's in for the face-off on this one. Goes over to the wall. Hermantown controls, comes up to the dot. Back down in, back up to the high slot. Can't handle the pass, so it comes out. Everybody's got to check up. Hermantown at their own blue line dumps it down in. Nobody there, so it's going to be picked up by Jacobson. He fires it up to Stitsworth at the line. They get it back out into center. Now it's picked up by Moran. He tries to fire it in, but gets a little weak shot on it. Comes back to Stitsworth. Controlled by Roscoe over to Jacobson. Jacobson pokes it down into the offensive zone. He gives chase, but the defense will get there first for the Hawks and send it back up to center. They're going to come across the line at center ice, drop it on the far left side. And at the hash marks, they'll send it back up high. Sent in from there, saved by White. And he's able to drop down on it and close up his legs and cover the puck up to bring a stop and play. And that'll bring us to the 26-second mark left on the Baird penalty. With the 2 minutes, I believe, is being served by Bentley Lapeer, I believe. I think Bentley Lapeer might be serving that 2 minutes. And the puck now comes around to the near side. At the half wall, they'll battle along the wall. 17 seconds. 12 seconds. Gavin.
Sorry about that.
6 seconds remain on this penalty.
Sorry, I was thinking about my best friend Sophie, I guess.
We got to get our announcer in place here for the full strength.
Sorry about that.
Face-off is just to the left of Colton White again. And it's controlled by Bemidji and out to center.
Bemidji full strength.
Thank you.
You betcha. Dana, I hope they heard me.
We got her.
I got you.
They heard me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
after the Bemidji is full strength here now. Although Baird is still sitting that 10-minute misconduct for boarding. Hermantown in their own zone now. Gets it up to the line. Held in there by Westover. He's knocked down. Puck goes down in the corner. Hermantown behind their own net. Comes out the near side. Stopped there by Yerbich. Now they do get it out. And Hermantown turns up north. And it goes in behind Lapeer now. He'll fire it over. Gets picked off by the Hawks. Goes down in the corner, though, with some pressure from Tyken. Up to the point now. They're going to take a shot from there. Goes wide of the net on the near side and up to the half wall. Sent down into the corner now. Controlled by Ryerson. And he's going to send it to the other side for Lapeer. Back up. Comes back to Ryerson. He's got some speed. 3-on-2 here. Ryerson crosses the line. Sends one up. Goes wide of the cage. And it goes up to the point, held in there by Roscoe as he charges into the zone. And it comes up to Jacobson at the point, held at the line. Gets through Ryerson, over to the far wall. And nice there hold by Roscoe, right at the line. Hermantown's having trouble getting out of their zone, 5-on-5. Comes to Tyken. Tyken goes in, takes a shot, and a goal. No, it isn't. No, it's not a goal. My bad. Loose in front. And they clear it out, comes all the way down, and it's going to be icing on the Hawks. As that was an unbelievable opportunity. I thought for sure that was going to find its way in the net. But they had some bodies laying in the paint and covered it up well enough to keep it out of there. So 8:46 now remaining in the first period. And Moran comes in as center and takes the face off. Hermantown controls. They come up the near side. Break out to center. A little pass was a little bit behind them. And Bemidji gets it off their stick and gets it back out to center. Fires it in deep though. Jacobson will retrieve in the corner. Goes around the corner for Roscoe. It's past him though. Comes out to the point. And Hawks will send it back down in the corner. Jacobson again back in the corner. Under pressure this time. Moran comes in to help out. Sends it back off the wall for Roscoe and he'll work his way up through center. The headman pass for Adams gets through him and it comes to the Hawks. Hawks bring it into their own zone. Can't handle the pass though as Moran picks it up. Centers it up. Comes right on for Stitsworth. Blast from there. Save goes wide of the goal. Moran will pick it up for Roscoe. That's Lapeer at the point. Back to Moran. Shot from the circle. Gets through the 5-hole and puts the first goal on the board. He's looking for the Selly button. There it is. And they'll pile into the boards where the kids are banging on the glass.
Nice, beautiful 5-on-5 Stitsworth meets goal. Scored by number 19, Peyton. I'm not sure where all the assists came, but we're going to have a special guest here real quick for everybody's viewing pleasure. There's Major. Say hi, buddy. Life's good, isn't it? Yeah. Perfect.
Attaboy, Major. All right, so they're going to give that goal to Peyton Moran with assist from Bentley Lapeer and Willie Stitsworth.
All right.
Good luck to those guys. And off the face-off, it goes down into the Hermantown zone. They bring it out through center and into the Bemidji zone. Work their way through the slot. And it's in everybody's skates. Comes to the side of the net, though, and goes around the other side. Tried for a wraparound. Rolled off of Otis's stick. And he'll send it up to the point. And they'll just fire it back down into the corner. Tried to center it. And it's popped up in the air by Westover and gloved by White. Fancy move there. And that'll bring a stop and play with 7:14 left in the period.
I don't think so. Shouldn't have been. He got 10. But he won't get tossed for that.
Off the face-off with Tyken taking that one. Hawks will dump it down in the corner and they'll retrieve there. Fired up right on the paint. And Colton will knock that one out of there as it goes down in the corner again. Westover rings around the boards. It's going to come up to the point. Meyer's going to try to get it out of there. Can't quite do so, but it comes to Westover again. He's going to skate it out of there this time. He goes up through center to Tyken. Over to the near side. Hawks tip it back out. Picked off nicely, though, by Westover. He sends it back up ice. Now the Hawks are going to send it back. 2-on-1 the other way. Here comes Otis. He's a good one. Takes a shot on ice, on goal. And Colton White knocks that one out over to the far side. Picked up there by Lapeer. He's going to skate that one down. Gets across the blue line. Tries to get it over for Tyken, but it's picked off by the Hawks. Over to the near side. Otis for the Hawks. Tries to send it out. Comes right to Jacobson. He fires one dead on, and it's gloved by Thomas. And he'll bring a stop and play in his end. 6:17 now left in the first period. Bemidji up 1-0. Consolation championship is what we're doing here, folks, if you're just joining us. And we got a goal from Peyton Moran about midway. Off the face-off. Hawks are controlling to bring it up the far side, get it up through center. With some speed they come. Jacobson does a nice job of running them off to the outside, gives them a little body. Separates them from the puck, and the Jacks control. Now Moran comes up the near side or the far side, loses it off his stick though, and a trailing Roscoe will fire it in there. Goes in behind the net. Ryerson's in to the near side, and Stitsworth will come in there and help out. They're digging away at it, and it'll be fired over the other side by the Hawks. And now we'll go to work over there. Comes up the wall. picked up there by Peyton Moran. He dumps it down in behind. And Ryerson will battle for it down there, bring it to the near side where Stitsworth will help. Moran comes around, helps out again. And they're going to try and go out the other side again. This time another missed pass comes to Roscoe. Fires it in, hits Moran. Moran will turn, dump it down in. He's going to go to the bench. I think he's okay. But the Hawks do get it out, and Roscoe is going to retreat and pick it up. In his own zone, he sends it up to center again. It's picked off by the Hawks. They turn and fire it back in. Stopped behind by White. Roscoe will drop it backwards behind him for Ryerson. Tyken will come in to help out. He'll chip it up off the boards. Ryerson will do the same, and he'll come out to center. Jacobson now will chip it down in his zone. He gets around the defense, and he'll go down in the corner with it. Run around to the boards to the near side by Hawks, and they're going to come blasting up the near side. Under pressure from Tyken, swings a stick at him. They run him back around behind. Keeps his speed though, sends it up to the point, and he'll dump it back down in there. Jacobson's going to get there first. Sends it around for Ryerson. Ryerson now tries to get it out, held at the line, and it's going to come to Urbich in the mid-ice. He'll skate it out to center. He's had a guy coming right at him. He had to get rid of it. Comes to Tyken. Tyken will work his way down the left side. Centered up. Shot on goal right in the paint. And we got a scrum right in front. Urbich had a backhander, and he got mugged from behind. And they're going to let them all play. But he was right on the doorstep. Puck came right to him and couldn't get it past Thomas. But they're going to let everybody continue playing here with 4:08 remaining in the first period. Faceoff goes down into the corner. Hermantown controls and rings it around the boards. Comes up to the line where Lapeer fires one. That one goes wide. Comes over to the near side. Adams there will drag it up the wall, trying to play it. Gets a little help from Westover, but they knock it out. And Adams will retrieve it in his own zone. Cross ice. And it's tipped up ahead. And now Adams is going to break it into the zone. And he works it down into the corner. Stolen there by the Hawks. But they get a body from Urbich. And now Adams. They fall, and the Hawks are able to work it up the near side. Stolen by Moran, right in the slot. Shot there. Goes up over the top of the cage. Deflected by the goaltender. Comes up and bounces off the top of the cage and in behind. Now up at the point. Westover holds the line, dumps it in for Urbich. He's got Adams in the slot for him. Urbich is under some pressure, comes to Adams. He tries to center it for Moran, can't do it. Moran has to pick it up in the circle. He chases it over to the corner. Up to Westover at the point. He's going to line up, shot, blocked in front, goes over to the corner. Hermantown finally picks it up. They can't hit Otis as they come out of the zone. White's going to send it over the other side, and Lapierre's going to send it up ahead for Adams. He can't wrangle it as it was on his backhand, and the puck goes all the way down as it's picked up by the Hawks in their own zone. Their drop pass won't work out as Tyken comes in there, and he forces it back down in the corner, and Adams comes in to help out as they fall. He sends it up for Stitzer, shot on goal, and that was saved and brought to the near corner. We got a Hawk hurt down in the zone, and finally we get a whistle as we had a collision down there. We got a Hawk player down. That's going to be Caden Boren. He gets up under his own power. He's holding his arm, holding his left arm as he works back onto the bench. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first period. 1-0 Bemidji. And the Tyken line will still stay out there with Stitsworth and Meyer. Jacobson and Roscoe are on the defense. And Hawks will get their lines figured out with the injury to Boren. Faceoff goes down in the corner, and it's held there by Meyer, but it comes to another Hawk, and he gets it up to the line. Jacobson hangs on to it though, saves the line, shits a shot in there. A backhander, easily stick saved by Thomas, and goes into the corner again. Hawks will win that battle. They'll ring it around the far side. Can't do a very good job of that one. And Roscoe sends one in there, and it's deflected over to the near side. Worked up towards the line. Comes to Tyken. Tyken to Stitsworth. Back to Stitsworth. And he takes a body along the wall. And now Meyer comes in there, pushing and shoving. The puck squirts out of there, and it comes right to Jacobson. He stops it, takes a look, and he just sends it back down in the corner, rings around the boards behind. Meyer's there, drops it for Tyken. Tyken's looking, sends it up for Jacobson. Jacobson takes a look now, fires it off of the toe of his stick, and it goes down into the corner. Back in behind, rung around behind. And now Roscoe pinches down, and the Hawks are going to come back the other way. Stitsworth picked up his spot, though, and the Hawks are going to dump it down in the corner as Roscoe brings it around to the near side. Myers there for it. He goes down in the corner, tries to send it back up, puts it right on the stick of a Hawk, but he gets back in time to block it, and the shot goes high off the glass. Roscoe headman for Tyken. He sends one off the post. Comes all the way up to the point and out. And there's a check by Yerbich. He's lucky he didn't get a shot there. Now he gets a return shot. Now we've got a offside call. And I'll tell you what, the Hermantown fan base is not happy right now.
Hey, why don't we chill out? Thanks.
Lots of heavy hitting on this.
That makes kind of sense.
Yep.
All right, so we're taking. We got all kinds of action going on here at the.
Is it 30 or 9?
We got something going on here. Can't quite figure it out. I have no idea what's happening here, but we're going to face this thing off up in center ice.
It's always something.
That referee's an animated one. We saw that yesterday. But the boys are challenging pretty hard here and playing hard. They don't like each other very much. As the cross ice pass for Lapeer gets through him, he goes down in the corner, drops it for Yerbich. Up to the lines, tipped out of that by Moran. He carries up ahead. And it's knocked off of their stick and over to the Otis for the Hawks. And battled nicely there by Westover as it comes off of his stick. Up ahead for Ryerson. Ryerson tries to spring it ahead for Moran, but it's too far ahead of him. Moran puts a body on his player. And now it comes out through center, right to Yerbich. He gets across the line, puts a backhander. And now we got... So we had a shot that was just after the whistle. And the coaches are yelling. We got a technical foul here.
We're getting teed up here.
And I think they're going to give it. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, the whistle blew, and Yerbich did have a shot there, but it was not very long after the whistle. It was right there. And so now the referee is calling a technical, but I don't know who it's against. That may have been a timeout call. Maybe it was a timeout call because everybody's just gathered up at the boxes here. And so there's a lot of hot heat under the collars around here today.
You can't say they're not passionate about the game. Why not have a little entertainment for the last game of the year?
So they, I couldn't quite figure out. The referee was pointing at the box, telling somebody to come out. So Baird started coming out of the box, and then they sent him back in. And then a timeout's called right before they dropped the puck. So I guess. Well, now I got it figured out. It's the end of the period. Finally, I'm catching up here, Eric. It's the end of the period.
One day you'll get there.
One day I'll get there. It is amateur hour after all.
That's right.
And so we're gonna line up here for second period action. Bemidji leading 1-0. There's been some pretty heavy-duty hits out here.
Yep.
And
Number 5, Jace Yerbick, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of penalty, 15 minutes.
so they're going to give Jace Urbich a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct.
So that's going to put us on another Northern Amusement penalty kill.
In
Start
my
this
opinion,
period.
that's not a good call. It was a backhander that was just right after the whistle. But anyway, we're going to skate short-handed for the first 2 minutes of this period unless something worse happens. But Bemidji gets it down into the Hawks zone, and the Hawks are going to break out on the near side. Cross the line they come. High
bit.
circle shot right on. And Colton White doing what he does best. Knocks that sucker down and covers up and brings a stop in play with 1:43 left on the penalty to Yerbich.
Eric, I think I made it for your camera.
Face off just to the left of White now. It's controlled by Bemidji.
It's okay.
Roscoe has it. Gets over to the far side. He gets it out of the zone. And the Hawks will work their way back in on the near side. They sent it across the line, and they hadn't tagged up yet. Had all kinds of time to do so, but they couldn't get them all out of the zone before they brought it in. So we're going to have a face-off just outside the zone here now, and that'll be to bring us this penalty down to 131. Face-off comes to the Hawks. Pressured there by Baird, who's back on the ice now. And it goes down into the Hawk zone. They go up the far side with it. Baird's got it there. Stitsworth helps out. He dumps it down in again. Bemidji on a great forecheck here on this PK as the Hawks go rink wide with it, and they try to spring their player, tips it down in. Races on. Jacobs I think is going to get there first. No, he isn't. He puts the body on the player, though, and they are going to call a check on that. They're going to call roughing on that. And I thought we could check in Bantams. I thought Bantams is where they started checking, but apparently that's not the case. So we're going to get a roughing penalty on Jacobson. And so we're going to have 2 in the box here with 58 seconds left on the first penalty to Yerbich.
Yep, an extended Northern Amusement penalty kill.
I guess the boys just can't check. That's about all you got to do here. So the puck's going to go down into the corner. 5-on-3 now for the next 51 seconds. Puck comes up to the high slot. Comes into the circle. They work their way. Shot on goal. Goes over the top. So I guess it's not on goal. Tyken gets it out of the zone now. And the Hawks dump it back in again offsides. So we're going to have a face-off just outside the zone. And they're going to call it intentional offsides. And they're going to bring the face-off all the way down into the Hawk zone. Just to the left of Thomas here. And Tyken will be in there to take it. Gets it back for Roscoe. He's going to take a look. He whiffs on the shot, though. So he backs it down in there. The connecting pass is going to be an icing on the Hawks. And the puck goes over to the other side. And that little puck slap could have also been unsportsmanlike, perhaps. But at any rate, we'll bring it down into the Hawk zone. And with 28 seconds left on that first penalty to Yerbich, we'll face it off to the right of Thomas here. Tyken's in there. And it goes over to the wall where the Hawks control. They overskate it. Comes up to the line. Held in. And Moran's going to give him some pressure. Doing a nice job. Finally they get around him, though, and gain the zone. Tipped nicely by Tyken right to Moran. Moran fires it off the boards and all the way down. And they are going to call this an icing. So with 7 seconds left on the Yerbich penalty, puck will come down into the Bemidji zone here and to face off to the right of Colton White. 13:06 left the second period. Bemidji leads 1-0. Tyken to take this one. Moran and Meyer out there. Gets it back to, I'm sorry, that's not Moran, that's Meyer, that's Roscoe. Puck comes weird off the glass, comes right to Tyken. We got Moran with him. And the shot there is deflected, goes way up over the netting, I think. And somebody's going to get a souvenir. We'll dig another puck out of the bucket. And we'll have a face-off down in the Hawk zone. So the Urbich penalty is expired. And the Jacobson penalty's got 58 seconds remaining with 12:54 left in this period. Face-off is controlled by Baird. He brings it over to the far side. He sends it back out of the zone for Westover. Westover sends it down into the zone. And the Hawks retrieve it there, send it to the near side. A little swift move there and back to another player. Brings it up through center. They gain the zone on the far side. Down in deep, Westover puts a stick on it. And Lapierre's going to get there first in the near corner. Gets it up ahead for Baird. Baird's going to chip it right out of there. And it's going to go down in the Hawk zone, and they're not going to get an icing on this one. So the Hawks are going to pick it up and bring it on out. Through center now, finally with some speed. They get across the line, drop pass to the near side. Can't wrangle it. Comes to another player. That's Otis. He's a good one. Gets a shot, but it's deflected.
You know what time it is? Ladies, full strength.
Thank you.
You betcha.
All right, everybody's back on. 5-on-5 hockey. And the Hawks take a shot, goes off of the shin pad of Meyer and over in the corner. Comes back up to the line. At the point, they dump it back down to the hash marks. Down in deep. They're still kind of in their power play mode here. They drop it for the point man without looking, and it comes right out of the zone because he was missing. Back into the Hawks zone. They get it back out to center. Lapierre snags it. He sends it down in. Stopped by Thomas behind his goal. Picked up there by the Hawks under pressure from, I believe that's Ryerson. And it comes out to Roscoe at the near side. He sends it up ahead right onto a Hawk stick. Now they're going to skate into the zone. Get a shot there. Now we're going to have a penalty. We're going to have a slashing. As I think that trip wasn't maybe a trip. So Bemidji's going to go right back into the box. 2 minutes for slashing. We have not had
another Northern Amusement penalty kill here.
Off the face-off, it goes up into the netting. And that'll bring another stop and play with just a few ticks off of this penalty. But I don't believe we've had a single penalty on Hermantown yet tonight. And we've got at least 4 penalties and a misconduct on Bemidji.
Well, it's slashing on Tyken is what they called.
So, again, they're going to go on the PK. Shot goes in, right in the slot. Cleared out of there by Jacobson. Really nice. Comes to Ryerson. He's trying to get it out of the zone along the boards. But he's got 2 players on him. He keeps trying, but he can't get it past them. They bring it up to the point now. Over to the near side. They're going to take a look there. Shot. Stick save. Goes over in the corner. Now Moran, he tips it down to Roscoe, and he's got an injury going.
Can you sit down, bud?
And we're finally, I do believe, going to get a penalty on Hermantown for slashing. Looks like it's going to be on number 11. It's going to be Brady Kukowski. And he looks to be responsible for Moran shaking his arm.
Well, it brings us to some 4-on-4 hockey for a little while.
Yep, 4-on-4 hockey now for $1.24. 10:27 remaining in the second period. Bemidji still leading 1-0. Faceoff comes to Roscoe. He puts it over for Jacobson. He steps in, shoots, goes right into the goal.
Bubba there.
Jacobson from Roscoe.
We'll call that a Stitchworth 4-on-4. Stitchworth meets 4-on-4 goal. Goal scored by number 20, Bubba, assisted by 14, the captain, Roscoe.
Even strengther went in clean, just beat the goalie fair and square. I don't even think he was screened. So we're back at center ice. Baird's back in to take the face off. And the ref's giving him some instruction. Now it comes to the Hawks as they control it at neutral ice. Cross ice pass right on the tape to Otis. He sends one in on White. White will steer that one to the near side. Back in behind, dumped over for Jacobson. Jacobson sidesteps a player. He goes in behind the net, being chased by Otis. He comes up the near side with it now, and he's ready to skate. He's going to bring it all the way out through center. Gets across the line, takes a shot, and that one gets deflected up over the net and in behind. Hawks will pick it up there and try to work it up. Missed pass there. Comes to Roscoe. Roscoe sends it up ahead, and Baird is able to get it in the zone. Hawks got it though, and they come back out. Another missed pass. I'll tell you what, I really thought this Hawks team was better at stick handling and passing than they're showing today. But they keep missing these passes, and Bemidji's taking advantage. 2-0 win or lead here so far as we approach halfway through. Over to the near side now, it's dumped in. Roscoe's behind his own net to pick it up. They bring it up the far side, bring it up for Baird. Baird's got some speed, he gets across the line. Hasn't got anybody with him though. Tries to send it over to Adams, but he can't get there. Gets it again.
Thank you.
And with that full strength call,
Lapeer shoreline power play
Tyken will
here.
come in there and he'll dig hard for it. And now Colin Baird is looking for a penalty against the Hawks. Won't get it. Comes to Westover. He takes a shot, deflected, comes in on Thomas. And now we're gonna get penalties on both. This referee, I don't know. We're gonna get coincidentals here. And Baird's gonna sit as well as number 24, Munger. So we're gonna get 21 and 24.
I guess we're not going to get closer again 17 seconds.
Still on the power play. Got
And
some
the referee
coincidentals.
is doing plenty of talking, so we probably got more. As he goes right over to the benches. And he's going to explain the situation to the coaches. As the referees have decided to become a factor in this game. So as that led up to it, we had a power play going. And looks like on the clock at the moment we only have a 2-minute minor here for Baird. But we'll take a look here and see what we got. You know what, Eric, according to the game sheet here, we had a 10-27 penalty for Baird for slashing and a roughing.
Huh.
So he's got 3. If he gets another one, he's done.
Yeah.
So
Hermantown penalty to number 24, Adrian Munger, 2 minutes for roughing, time of penalty 4:33. Bemidji penalty to number 21, Colin Baird, 2 minutes for slashing.
all right, so we're going to have a slash and a roughing. And so Callan Baird also gets one for roughing. So that actually is 4 on Callan Baird. So he might be done for the morning. We'll see as the puck comes in on Tyken's stick. He backhands one towards the goal, and Thomas will glove that one down. So the extra penalty to Baird is the only one on the board for the Bemidji side. And then we got a pair of coincidentals in there.
Eric, I think this game.
And we got just a couple seconds left on the Hermantown penalty as he comes out. And they're going to try and spring him. He tips
Thank
it
you.
as it goes in. And they're going to set it up right on the goal, get a shot on White. He's good to the task though. And it comes back over. Back on to White. He covers that one up. Takes a slash from from Kakowski again. He can't hardly believe it. So the referee is finally going to call this one now, and so we're going to get a penalty on Kakowski for slashing. So in this championship consolation game,
What did they call that?
we're
It's getting a
gonna
little chippy.
It's chippy, and the referees are playing a role.
That was a brief Northern Amusement penalty kill. Now we're back on 4-on-4.
So the off-ice official has called the on-ice officials over to the box. They're trying to figure out what to do with all these guys. So we've still got to get that recent slashing up on the board. And there it is. So now we'll drop the puck here with 8:09 now left in the second period. And we're going to skate 4-on-4. Comes to Westover. He sends one in there, comes right to Tyken at the circle. He'll work his way towards the boards and down into the corner. Gets around a check, comes in behind. He's getting whacked from behind all the way. Lapeer over for Westover. Westover sends one in there. Goes in to the corner, and the Hawks will ring it around to the near side. They'll send it up, not out, comes to Meyer. He takes a shot, blocker save. Over in the corner, Tyken now. He's got Meyer with him. Meyer's got it. He's doing a fine job of stick handling, looking for an opportunity to center it. Gets over the circle, up for Westover. Westover shoots, booted out of there, back in the corner again by Thomas. And the Hawks will get it out to center. They got another player there. It's got some speed, gets to the circle, sends one in on goal. Colton White's able to stop that one. Goes back over to the corner. Along the far wall. Hawks will dump it down in deep again. And it comes to Lapeer. Got another player that falls. Going to come to Lapeer again. He's going to skate it out of there. He gets up across the red line and gives it up to, I think that's Tyken. Tyken comes in, takes a shot over the cage. Off the glass behind, down into the corner. Now Lapeer takes a shot. He's hurting too. Tyken now, he sends it up to the slot. Beat it out of there. Jacobson fires. That one's blocked in front. Now Roscoe comes in from the circle. He fires. That one's deflected up into the netting. And oh my goodness, what a flurry.
Brief Lapeer shoreline power play here.
So now we've got just 28 seconds left on the remaining Hawks penalty here. 6:37 left in the second. Bemidji leading 2-0. Face-off comes to the left of Thomas. Got 5 Bemidji Jacks jerseys out there and 4 for the Hawks. Comes to Yerbich. He fires one in there. Comes right to Adams at the paint. But he couldn't quite deflect it in there. Yerbich sends another one in. And there we
got it!
Rebound by Adams. And he's able to stuff it past Thomas for the third goal for Bemidji.
I think that was a Lapeer Shoreline's power play goal by number 2, Brody. I don't know who got the assist. We'll wait and see, but
I think it was Yerbich.
I think it was Yerbich, number 5, so.
Goaltender didn't control the rebound very well. He left it in the paint, and there was Brody Adams, and he fires it in there past Thomas to make it 3-0 now. On a power play goal for the Jacks. 5-on-5 hockey remains. Results. And Bemidji sends it up through center. Moran now. He comes in, daggles around the defense, gets into the right to the slot, and goes around behind. That attempt to wrap around. Now we got one centered up. That one's stopped by Thomas. Puck comes to the near side.
Thank you.
You betcha.
And it comes out of the zone. Roscoe pins his player. Here comes Moran. Moran across for Adams. He's hit from behind. He fires one side of the goal. Goes in behind. Moran now. He sends one off a player, and there's all kinds of checking going on. And it comes back into the Bemidji zone for Jacobson. Roscoe picks it up. He falls as he crosses the line. Now trailing Yerbich blasts one right on. Stick save by Thomas down into the corner. Hawks ringing around to the far side. We're going to have a penalty for interference. And I believe that's going to be called on Bemidji. So Tyken is going to sit for interference now. Score sheet's getting full. Bemidji leads 3-0. And we haven't even got through the second period, or the second intermission yet. 5:29 remain in this second period. Tyken will take the face-off. Wait a minute, Tyken? I thought he had the penalty. No, that's going to be Yerbich with that penalty. My bad.
Another Northern Amusement penalty kill. Theme of the day.
Shot goes on goal. Saved by White. Comes right back again. Now they send a pinball in there. Comes out to the side. Another shot by Otis. And it's going to be picked up there by Ryerson. He's going to skate it out the near side. Gets across the red line. Dumps it in. Stopped in behind by Thomas. And the Hawks will dig it out from there. $1:25 left on the Yerbich penalty as the Hawks come through center. They gain the zone on the offensive side. Drop pass, shot from there, blocker save. Into the corner again, Hawks have it. And they're going to send it back up to the point again. Steps in, shot, goes off the post. And they get their first goal of the game with 4:36 left in the second. Now we've got some shenanigans behind the play. And I think so they're going to call a penalty on number 15 for the Hawks after the whistle, after the goal. And we'll see what this one is. This is going to be on Jacob Palawa. Yes, folks, from Bemidji, you heard me right. Jacob Palawa. Don't know of any relation, but he's going to get his penalty of the game. First penalty of the game. And the penalty is going to be not posted yet.
And that's going to give us a Lapeer Shoreline power play.
Off the face-off, it comes into the Bemidji zone. Stitsworth is back to get it. And it comes up ahead for Baird. Sends it up ahead for Meyer. Gets into the zone ahead of him. Comes to the line, held in. Now it comes out. Here come the Hawks. Stitsworth behind to defend. They go wide left. Take a shot. Stitsworth gets it behind the goal. Goes in behind. Maintains possession. Now he goes over to the other side for Roscoe. Roscoe sends it up ahead. It's in some skates and comes to the near side.
I don't know if you guys said that. Full strength.
Nope. And the puck comes back into the Bemidji zone. Roscoe's got it there. Circles around and heads back up to the near side. Gets through center, gains the zone on the near side, drops it for Baird. Baird go cross ice for, that's Moran. Moran gets around. Oh, he doesn't get around the defense without the puck, though, or with the puck. And he sends it back up for Roscoe. Fires it in. Blocked in front. It comes back out to center. Stitsworth's going to hustle. He's going to do that. He's going to get there first. And the Hawks almost had an opportunity, but the Bemidji Jacks will pick it up again with Meyer. Meyer gets pushed down.
You're doing great,
And
Gavin.
the Hawks pick it up and carry it back up through center. Westover is going to give them some trouble on the far side. Hawks still maintain control. Now, players are going to get checked on the far side. Puck comes to the near side. That looked a little dangerous there, but no check involved. And the Hawks maintain possession, shorthanded. Down in the corner, doing a good job of killing that penalty. Comes to Westover. Westover's going to skate that one up. He's going to stretch pass for Moran. Moran gets across the line, dekes at the player, but is picked up by the Hawks around their own, behind their own net. Now they're going to spring another player, gets through him. That's Otis again. Jacobson goes in there.
Thank you.
And up the near side, here comes Meyer, or Adams. He fires one high to over the top of the cage. And over on the far side is Tyken. He comes to the circles, takes another shot. Booted out of there by Thomas. Down in the corner. Picked up again, centered up. knocked out of there by the Hawks over to the far wall. Cross ice pass now out to center. Jacobson takes a swipe at it, and he's able to keep it out to the line, and they chip it back out to center. Hawks are going to have to pick up. Jacobson or Ryerson steals, shoots. Glove saved by Thomas, and he'll hang on with 1:52 left in the period.
It's kind of weird seeing 5-on-5 here.
Five, or I'm sorry, 3-1 is the score as the face-off down in the zone. And we've got a couple players down deep in the zone as the puck is picked off the wall. The Hawks get it up ahead, and Roscoe's going to get along the wall. Now we've got another penalty. This one's on
Corbin.
Meyer. He's going to get a charging and a misconduct. So he's going to get a misconduct as well. Charging is going to be the call, I do believe.
Well, so much for that 5-on-5. Another Northern Amusement penalty kill.
So now
Is that a 10 and a 2? Did
So
another kid go in the box there?
Adams is going to serve the 2 and 10. And I'll tell you what, I've seen the referees get involved in games before, but nothing like this. And we've got a player that's being tossed. Callan Baird is going to the locker room. So I'm not sure how that works out. And we're getting enough penalties racked up here that it might be a threat to the coaching staff. Comes out to the zone. Here comes Chase Yerbich. He's going to get there first. Gets mugged from behind. He can't get the shot off. And this is going to get ugly, folks, I'm afraid. Roscoe gets it. He sends it down into the corner hard. And the Hawks will send it up to the near side. Roscoe holds it again. And he chips it back down into the corner. And Tyken goes to work down there and gives them all kinds of trouble as it goes to the far wall. They get it up to the circle. And it comes in right on White. He saves it. Goes down. He covers it up. 54 seconds left in the period. There's some activity out at the center ice. Referees are talking. But I think it's all going to be settled here on the ice. Let's see here. We're going to have Moran's coming in for the face-off. And we've got 4 on the ice for Bemidji. I can't even keep track of this anymore. And we've got 5 on the ice for the Hawks. Hawks are going to send it up to the hash marks, up to the point. And shot goes right on. Colton White gloves that sucker, and he'll hang on to this one. So Callan Baird apparently got an unsportsmanlike conduct, so that was his 4th, and that sends him out of the game. So he's in the locker room as the puck goes over to the far side. Ryerson gets it out. He doesn't. Comes up to the line for the Hawks. Hawks send it down to the hash marks. Back up to the point. Can't handle the pass, so it comes out to center. Everybody tags up, and the Hawks will have it at their own blue line. 13 minutes remaining in this period. As the Hawks will come in far right. Get across the line, high circle, blocked there by Roscoe. Roscoe sends it along the wall for Ryerson. He chips it out of the zone, and that'll do it for the second period. As the players will make their way to the locker room, and hopefully they will cool down a little bit and come out for third period action. White and Thomas exchange a handshake at mid-ice as they find their way to the locker room, but that's going to do it for the first 2 periods. Bemidji leads it 3-1, And we'll bring out the Zamboni. We'll scrub the floor. And we'll be back in about 12 to 15 minutes.
Well, we are back for period 3. It's been a little bit of a spicy game. We will start the period off with a 22-second penalty kill here, the Northern Amusement penalty kill.
Well, by my count, Eric, we've got 11 penalties. And I do believe that when we get 12, Coach Walker's going to have to sit. So we got 15 minutes of play time here. And right now, the penalty calling is not going our way.
Yeah.
So I'm
These
a little bit...
refs want to make it known that this is their game. All about them today. Got nothing better to do than call penalties. But the good news is we're still on top 3-1, so let's keep it that way.
Bemidji is battling through the adversity, we'll say. 3-1 is the score. 15 minutes on the board, 22 on the be the penalty to must be Corbin Meyer, served by Adams. Faceoff comes to Roscoe, comes off of his stick though. Hawks center one up, goes right on through. Over to the near side. Tykins able to get it out. Moran chases it down into the offensive zone. He's working it along the boards, trying to get it a little deeper. He's pinned hard. Well, the
Strike.
Thank you.
You betcha.
5-on-5 hockey now. Shot on goal. Stopped by Colton White. He covers it up and brings a stop in play. 14:29 all left in the period. Colton White is working on his helmet. He had some issue with it earlier in the season, I know. Got to work the throw back and throw the helmet back on.
Well, at least they're not going to call a penalty for that.
All right, Colton looks like he's ready to go. Tykins at the dot. Face-off comes down in behind. Jacobson's got it. He rings it around the boards. Gets past Adams, but it's out, and it's going to go all the way down. And that's going to result in an icing on Bemidji. So we'll bring the face-off back down. Colton White's still working on his equipment there. And looks like he's got her figured out, though. So we're going to face off on the near side this time. Tyken will step in there. Comes over to Roscoe. Roscoe fires around behind the goal. There's a waiting Hawk there, though. And he'll send it up to the point. Cross ice. This guy's going to look. He's going to take a shot. Goes right in the glove. Easy one for Colton. And he'll hang on to this one. As the Hawks will, and the Bemidji Jacks will look for a change in players. Faceoff comes over to the wall, and it'll come up to the line, but not out. Comes back to a Hawks player down and deep, and Jacobson sends it over to the far side. Stitsworth goes in the corner. He'll battle for it. Moran comes in, helps out, chips it up the boards. Can't get it out, though. Comes to Stitsworth. Stitsworth will try. Same thing. Stopped at the line. Back over the wall again. Stitsworth will try again. Won't do it. This time it's picked up by Westover. He cuts into the mid-ice. Gets up to the circle at neutral ice, and he fires it in behind the goal. Hawks will pick it up back there, go around the far side with it. Picked up there by Moran as they just leave it for him. Player falls the middle. Moran cuts in, tries to pull the trigger, can't do it though. Stick is held up, and it comes back out to center. Comes to Jacobson. Jacobson fires it onto the near boards and into the Hawks zone. D-to-D pass for the Hawks. Back to the other D. Gets through him to the near wall. They're going to chase it back in behind their own goal. And Ryerson's going to chase him. They reverse it back to the near side. And they're going to stick handle it up through their own zone. And they're just having a hard time getting out of the zone. Finally they do. Comes up to the Bemidji line. Bodied there by a couple of Bemidji players and sent back out to center ice. Hawks pick it up at their own blue line. Fire it back up to the Bemidji blue line. And Jacobs is able to get it out to center. It's picked up by Tyken. Gets across the line. He's pushed down. Over against the wall. Hawks will bring it up to the line. And it's knocked off of their stick by Ryerson. Westover sends it up ahead. And the Hawks do the same. From the red line, they fire it in on goal. And Colton White stops that with a stick and leaves it for Westover. Over to, Tyken up at center ice. Sends it down into the zone. Hawks pick it up in their own zone. And they break up through center. Missed a pass, so here comes Adams with some speed. Can't wrangle the pass, though. And he'll go on the forecheck in the zone. Still giving him trouble. He's going to get there first. Centers it up right to Tyken. Tyken can't pull the trigger. Stick was held up a bit. And it comes to the near side. Now Roscoe steps in. He gets a shot on goal. Booted out of there by Thomas. And they send it in behind. Over on the far wall. Check there by Yerbich. And Hawks come back the other way. Westover. He gives him some trouble, but a shot goes right on Colton. He steers it to the other side. Takes another shot. Saves that one, and it's chipped out of there by Roscoe. It's going to go all the way down on goal. It'll be stopped there by Thomas and left for the Hawks. Bemidji on the forecheck again. Comes to the near side. Comes up to the line. Gets just past Roscoe. And it's going to go all the way down, so Jacobson's going to have to go back and get this one. 11:04 left in the third period. Bemidji leading 3-1. Jacobson sends it around to the far boards. It comes all the way out to center. And the Hawks will pick it up there in their own zone. Out to Jacobson again. He fires it up to center, trying to hit Stitsworth. And the Hawks take it from there. Shot is deflected. Comes over to the near side. Moran's got it in his own corner. He sends it up ahead, trying to hit Stitsworth. Just out of his reach, though. And the Hawks will send it back up the far wall. Out to center. Get across the line. Jacobson's going to get there first, though. He wins that battle. He drops it in behind for Westover. Westover sidesteps a check. And he sends it up to the blue line, but it's brought back in off sides. And that'll bring a stop and play and a face-off at neutral ice with 10:17 left in the third. Bemidji leading 3-1. This time Moran takes the face-off again. And it goes into the zone where it's picked up by Jacobson. He sends it back into neutral ice and back into the Hawk zone. They send it back up ahead. They've fired into the zone. That's going to be an icing. And that'll bring the face-off all the way down to the other end by Thomas. We're over 5 minutes into the third period and on a penalty. What happened?
Both teams seem to be a little bit more cautious right now.
Either that or we put the whistles away.
Yeah.
Either way, puck comes over to the near side. And Westover does a great job of running that player off the ice, or off the play. They do get a shot on White, but it goes over to the far side. Stitsworth gets it out to center. Into the zone. Again, Stitsworth with it. Knocked off of his stick, though. And it's knocked back to Roscoe. Roscoe sends it up ahead, gets it in the zone. Stitsworth sweeps it over to the near corner, and Ryerson wins the race there. Back into the slot, and it goes over to the far side in the corner. Roscoe now, he's got it down deep. Defenseman deep in the zone. He picks it up, looking for a center, comes out to the circle. Centering attempt goes off the defender. Comes out to Stitsworth. He gets it down in deep. Ryerson right to Roscoe in the slot. Can't connect, though, and it comes up to the high slot where Moran picks it up. He's stick handling through traffic. He drops it down there for Stitsworth. Up for Westover. He takes a shot, goes off the side of the cage, and over to the near side. Stitsworth now, he gets checked. And he battles, he gets it, where's it going? Right to a Hawk who says, I had enough of this. I'm going to ice it, and he does so. 8:39 left in the third period. Bemidji up 3-1. So we'll bring the face-off to Thomas's left. Tyken will step in for this one. And Hawks will control it, and they'll ring it around the boards to the far side. They get it past Roscoe. Jacobson's going to get there first, though. He backs it up. Oh, he can't get it off the boards, though. But Yerbich, rather, is there to help out. He chips it to the near side for Adams. Adams gets it out to center. Can't quite get it to Tyken, though. Adams does it again. Tyken's caught off guard, or offsides, rather. He was trying hard to get onsides, but the momentum of Adams carried the puck in. And we'll bring the faceoff back out across the line. Tyken will take it. And it comes to the near boards. Comes right to Yerbich. He fires, goes right into a defender. Roscoe, he'll send it in. That goes down into the corner. Hawks will miss that pass. Try the other side, go to the near side. This is Cameron Otis again. He's trying to get around the defense. Jacobson does a great job, as does Roscoe to get it back out to center ice. Goes all the way down into the Hawks zone. And under a forecheck by Adams, the Hawks will bring it over to the near side. Try to tip it out of there. Saved there by Yerbich. Kept in the zone by Tyken. They're going to work it back out to center, though, and they get it into the zone. Cameron Otis on the near side. Gets past him. And I guess that's going to be an icing. So it comes down back into the Hermantown Hawks zone for a face-off to the left of Thomas. And with 7:30 left in the period, Bemidji leading 3-1. We'll have a face-off. It comes to Jacobson. His shot's blocked. And Bemidji's getting the better of the puck luck here. As the puck gets down in the zone, comes finally to a Hawk stick, and they go to the other side with it. Stitsworth gets there first, though. Tips it, keeps it down in there. Now goes in behind. The battle continues. Comes to Moran. He's got some speed. He cuts into the high slot. Puts it to the other side for Westover. Westover does a nice nifty move. Shoot from the high circle. Shot from the high circle. Glove down and frozen by Thomas, which will bring us down to the 6:57 mark of the period. Of the game, really. Of the season, really. With Bemidji leading 3-1. Moran will step in again for the face-off. And it'll be controlled by the Hawks. Hermantown brings it out to center. And they get around Jacobson. But a good back-checking Westover gets it off. Now he's got it. He's going to skate this one out through center. He's got some speed, gains the line. Brings it over to the far side and dumps it in the corner. Hawks pick it up there. Bring it to the near side. And it gets past their outlet pass. Right to Jacobson. Gets it into Ryerson. He stopped it. He's going to try and do a backhander, but he couldn't manage it. So goes in behind again. Hermantown now. Battle along the boards in behind there with Moran. Comes up to Jacobson again. He'll backhand it down in the corner and make him keep working. Along the far wall, it comes up to the point. Comes out this time. Westover's got it. He's going to go D to D for Jacobson. Jacobson turns up along the red line. Fires it in deep. And Hermantown's going to have to retreat and pick it up again. Their outlet pass doesn't connect. Now it's going to get out to center. But it's picked off again by the Jacks. Comes to Adams. Shot goes right onto the glove of the Thomas. He can't hang on to it, but he covers it up on the ice and freezes it down with 5:47 left in the period.
Bemidji's doing a pretty good job just keeping in their offensive zone. Good way to spend the ice. Spend time on the ice.
This game has really settled down here in the third period. And Tyken's telling Adams to get over to this side. I'm going to give it to you over there. Adams is able to get to it. Comes up to Westover. Westover's got too many guys on him, though, and the Hawks get the better of it. They send it over to the center. Comes right into the paint. Colton White gathers it up right in front of the crease. And he's able to hang on to that one and bring another stop. Nice save there by Colton. It was a little bit of a bouncer. And so with 5:33 now left in the game, we'll have a face-off to his right. Again, Moran to take it. Goes over to the far wall. Tipped by Stitsworth. He's got it. Comes out to center with it. Back to Moran. Over to the near side for Ryerson. Gains his own. Drops for Moran. Moran sidesteps. Tight. Oh, nice stick. Nice tip off of his skate to his stick and puts a nice shot on goal. Won't go though. Now we're going to have a penalty for a slashing. And that's going to go on Hermantown.
That'll give us another Lapeer Shoreline power play.
Looks like Hermantown now is going to get a 2-minute minor. Number 10 is going to be Eric Dees. So offensive zone face-off here. Moran steps in again. Comes back for Jacobson. Across for Roscoe. Takes a look. High circle shot. Loose in front. No, it isn't. It goes over to the far side. Behind Roscoe. And here comes Hermantown the other way. Drop pass. Right in the high slot. Goes in on Colton White. And it goes over to the corner. Player had fallen into the net. He gets up and recovers, and the puck comes back the other way. Drop pass at the far side. Moran's got it down in the circle. Shots from a tight angle, and it'll go over to the near side as Jacobson pitches down for it, and it gets past him. He falls, and Stitsworth does a great job of getting back there to cover. Blocked there by Roscoe. Comes to Stitsworth. He works his way up and gives it to Roscoe. He's going to lead the rush into the zone. Left side down in the circle. Centers it up right to the goal mouth. But Thomas saw it and he covers that one up right at the crease. And he'll freeze that one down for a stop and play. 4:24 now left in the season. Bemidji up 1-0. I'm sorry, 3-1. Offensive zone faceoff comes to Roscoe right in the high slot. Shot goes over the cage. Rebound. Bounces off the cage and comes right in front. And now we're going to get a penalty on Bemidji. And Jace Urbich is going to get a penalty. What's it going to be this time? High stick. Can't get nothing past this guy. He's going to call Jace for a 2-minute minor, first high sticking. So with 56 seconds left on the power play, we're going to have 4-on-4 as Urbich takes his seat in solitary confinement. 4:10 left in this game. Face off by Moran, comes up to Meyer. He's going to skate this one all the way in. Gets across the line, can't quite dangle the defense though. He'll go in behind with it. Meyer still has it, high slot, he wants it, takes a shot, loose in front, still in a scrum. He gets another shot, comes back to him. He sends it in the corner to go get it again. Falls this time. This time it's going to come up to Roscoe. He steps in, fires. That one's booted over to the corner.
High sticking.
Roscoe gets it again. This time he'll fire it in behind. Meyer's going to have to, he gets past Meyer. And he gets muscled into the boards as another Hermantown player comes in. Meyer prevails though, gets it up to Roscoe. Roscoe steps in, shot. Oh, goes off the pipe. Rebound, goes right on the glove, still loose. Over on the far side. They send it off the glass. And it comes up to the line. Now we got 2-on-1 the other way, 3-on-1 the other way. Westover's the guy. Rolls off of Otis's stick though, he can't wrangle it. And that gives everybody time to catch up. They get a shot on White. It deflects up over the cage and over to the corner. Meyer sends it out to center ice. And the Hawks will pick it up there. Bemidji now on the PK as that penalty for the Hawks expires. Now we got another penalty on the Hawks as he checks Moran down. And he's going to give him a cross check.
And brings us to some 4-on-4 hockey for about 30 seconds here.
That's going to be the captain, number 10, Eric Dees again. He's going to sit for cross-checking. And you know what? I didn't realize with that penalty to Urbich, that's 12, and Coach Walker's still on the bench. So what is he talking about? What is this referee doing? Blowing whistles and pointing all the way across the.
I think the clock was running.
Oh, the clock was running. So it looks like we're going to come over and fix the clock. I've never seen anything like this.
Fun way to end the year. I'll say that.
So they're going to.
I don't know, bud.
They're just going to let.
We got
Timeout
timeout
White.
now. Collect their thoughts for these final couple minutes.
So Hermantown, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, is going to try to figure out a plan to recover this thing. And it might involve pulling Thomas, even though they're going to be shorthanded. So they'll likely, after this 21 seconds of the Urbich penalty is expired, I'll bet they're going to pull their goalie and go 5-on-5. Try and salvage this game. Snow is still coming down outside. We got two teams here that got at least 4 hours under their belt to get home. So we wish everybody safe travels in doing so.
I don't know. The refs are little trigger happy today.
What you say?
They're a little trigger whistle happy.
What does that mean?
They're blowing their whistles a lot.
You want to call my penalty?
So, timeout is over. Face-off is pending. And it looks like we got Stitsworth maybe at the face-off this time. Yeah, we do. Comes to Ryerson. He sweeps one towards the goal. Can't connect though as it rolls off. Now it goes to the far side. Jacobson pinches down and keeps it in. Hawks pick it up down in the corner. Send it up. Here comes Jacobson again. He's going to skate it in there. Shot. That one's blocked. And the Hawks pick it up. They skate it out through center on the near side. And for the moment, Thomas stays in the net. Now,
Oh, sorry, Bemidji full strength.
Thank you.
I didn't pay attention, I guess.
Lapeer Shoreline
Bemidji is
power
full
play
strength. Thomas still in the
Sorry,
net.
Rick. I don't know.
They've got ozone time.
Okay.
Bemidji gains possession though and brings it out through center. Jacobson gains his own. Goes cross ice for Tyken. He'll get it there. He whiffs on the pass. Comes out to the west over at the point. He shovels it down for Jacobson. He sweeps one towards the goal. Almost gets one on the back side as Tyken was right there on the doorstep to complete the pass but couldn't quite do it. Stitsford now behind the goal. Comes right up to the mouth. And Hermantown now is going to get across ice, and there goes Thomas. Extra skater is on. And it goes down into the corner as we skate 5-on-5 with a pole goaltender. Down in the corner, that gets knocked off of their stick by Tyken. He goes down on a trip, no call. And it goes to the near boards. Comes to Tyken. He's going to skate this one out, or he's going to get it out to center.
Thank you.
And you just heard we're within a minute of the end of the season. Ryerson, he sent it out through center. It's going to get back to the Hermantown line. D-to-D pass in their own zone. They work their way back up through center.
You betcha!
And they're full their penalties expired now. It's 6-on-5. And that shot goes over the cage. Ryerson gets it out, takes a check. Hermantown at their own blue line. They send it up ice. And they gain the zone. 6-on-5 right now. Another shot goes wide. And the open net shot goes off the side of the net. And as Colton tries to save it, he bumps the net and knocks it off its moorings. So we got 13.8 seconds left in this
The
one.
net was off.
And we'll probably have some celebrations. 3-1's a score. And get enough people figured out here on the line. Off the face-off, it comes over to the near wall. Shot from there, goes high up in the netting again. That'll bring another few ticks off, and 9.5 seconds now left in the season.
Last game of the game. The last game.
Last game of the year. Good way to close it out.
Face-off is down, and Meyer puts a body on his player. Comes to Moran. Moran fires it off the glass and out, and that's going to do it as the time runs out. And Bemidji is victorious in the Consolation Championship here at the state tournament in Woodbury, Minnesota.
Well,
Teams will come to center ice for the handshake.
good way to close out the season. Didn't finish the way we wanted. But Consolation champions. Good work by the hometown team, the boys in blue. Shaking hands like gentlemen. This game got a little spicy, but we made it work.
Eric, I'll see you at baseball, and I'll see all you guys for next year on hockey season.
So as I said, this will be the last time broadcasting for a handful of these kids. It's been an honor. Got to do it with the best in the business, Dana and Gavin.
One last time, we got to thank everybody for all the viewership, all the comments, and I got to thank you, Eric, for talking me into helping do this broadcast with you this year. It's been nothing short of fantastic, so appreciate the opportunity. It's been a great time.
And thanks for joining forces. You've made this the best broadcasting year yet, so it's been an honor, everybody. Thank you to the sponsors, Ryers Construction, Emerald Level, KLS Construction, Platinum Level, Stittsworth Meats, Dale Schmidt Agency, also Platinum Level.
So it looks like they're going to hand out the trophy to
Lapeer
Bemidji.
Shoreline, Platinum, and to our Diamond Level, Northern Amusement. You guys have made this so much fun. It's been a ride. Congratulations to the boys in blue, Consolation champions. Thank you to the parents and the coaches for a wonderful year. Way to bring it home, boys. Congratulations. That being said, one final send-off, one final goodbye. Been a pleasure doing it.